Tension and frustration of the Caledonia Native dispute erupted today as Caledonia and Six Nations prepare to make tomorrow's 5th anniversary of the land occupation. Activist Gary McHale was planning a protest march, but McHale and his protesters ran head-on into another march. Al Sweeney reports.
An afternoon of protest and counter-protest turned into a moment of pushing and shoving around supporters of Gary McHale carrying a so-called apology monument. They were stopped in their tracks. McHale supporters planned to put the monument at the entrance to the occupied land to say the people of Caledonia deserve an apology. But before McHale even showed up, other protesters marched into the area.
We're here to show that an actual genuine spirit of truth and reconciliation.
They marched onto a piece of land owned by a local businessman where McHale planned to hold his rally. That led to a shouting match.
Off the property.
Private property, you are trespassing.
Eventually, the counter-protesters took control of the piece of land. McHale appealed to the police, who said they needed a complaint from the actual landowner to act.
Once again, right, if you're a non-native person and want to hold a rally in Caledonia, you will be stopped.
The arguments went on in the street.
Why did natives walk down the road with baseball bats wearing a mask?
Because you had cops with guns, with assault rifles.
Six Nations members say this is more than a dispute about one piece of land.
It's not us fighting for this little piece of land. It's this whole property, the 6 miles on both sides from mouth to source, that was stolen from us.
When the confrontation developed over the plywood apology monument, police negotiated a resolution, and McHale's supporters took it back to their starting point, quoting Martin Luther King Jr.
There may be an absence of conflict in Caledonia, but there's not the presence of justice, and those are words of Dr. King.
Once again, the OPP shows that there's two separate laws. I mean, if we ever tried to mingle with the other side, for 5 years they told us that that would incite violence, that would be inappropriate.
The Six Nations side had a different reading.
I love the way the OPP handled the things today. They were calm, even-handed. They were trying to de-escalate things. They weren't pushing anybody around.
As usual, McHale and his cronies, they, try to cause trouble. That's all it is.
Now, today's protest ended with no injuries and no arrests. But McHale's supporters told the OPP today they'll be back every month to put their apology monument on the occupied land. Kate?
All right, thank you, Al.